When I started this channel, Living the Life, I intended to do a lot of things about traveling, short trips, and Bulgaria or other countries, city trips, drinking coffee, having fun. But life is not always fun. And from Sunday, when I took a flight at Sofia, 4.5 hours drive to get there, I was in deep reflection about my life because I was heading towards a funeral of my ex-brother-in-law who had passed at the age of 64. Yeah, that is what the Americans, the British, and all other English-speaking people are saying, passing. And I think they want to avoid that notion of death, to die, to be dead, whatever that means. And in the car, when I was traveling to Sofia airport, I was thinking about, should I say something about this on my channel? Or should I restrict myself to the joyful things in life? And I decided, no, I'm not going to do that, because me at the age of 62, that was not the first funeral I attended. You can imagine that. So many people who were close to me, or not so close as René Pierre was, have passed away. They went. Or, yeah, their energy went somewhere. And I decided I will talk about it. Because I'm not doing this channel to make money. 143 subscribers very clearly show that. I'm doing this for the people out there who want to watch, and I'm doing it also for myself, because normally it is fun, but talking about painful things is also a part of living the life. So my ex-brother-in-law was a wonderful human being. He was not the most emotional one. He was someone who didn't like to be in the limelight. He didn't look for attention, and that already is very telling about a person. If you are not in the background, but if you are listening, that is something, a quality that not many people have. There are people who talk so much that their talk is meaningless, and that was not the case of René Pierre, who went too early. But then what is too early and what is too late? Still 64. If it would happen to me, it would happen in 2 years. And then you are sitting there at the celebration of a life. You're showing respect to someone who was an excellent father of a family of 2 sons, and you are surrounded by your ex-family. And to your right, you have your ex-wife, and you try to be a shoulder she could cry on. And you try to be furthermost supportive to his wife, Dominique, who was confronted with the worst thing that you can imagine, that your loved one is departing before you. And it's not like a train where you wave in that certainness that the person is going to come back. And all of those things cross your mind when you're listening to the speeches that have been prepared with a lot of thought. And in this case, they described René Pierre perfectly. They did. And from time to time, you ask yourself the question, I ask myself the question, am I next? Or who will be? And this is a matter you do not think of when you are 20 or 30 or even 40, but once you go through that barrier that is called 60 years old, those are things you are asking yourself. I'm a child of the wartime generation with a mother born in 1920 and a father in 1914 who lived through the Second World War. And they said, die Einschläge kommen näher. The mortar fire is approaching. That was their way of dealing with death. They were used to it. We are not like them anymore. And that is giving a total new quality to events like those. When the news of his passing reached me, I immediately decided to go to Belgium, because respect has to be paid. Solidarity has to be shown. And last but not least, you also do it for yourself, because wrong is in grief. You have to go through those phases when you lose someone. And it did me good. It did me good because I also came to a conclusion, as I am also a practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine and electroacupuncture, according to Dr. Vo. I know that everything is energy. Everything is the flow of blood and energy, and the Christians are talking about the soul. And in this regard, someone is not going away forever. I do not believe that. I know that that is not true. Because the energy that we are, aside from the mortal packaging that we are, that energy is not disappearing. It is somewhere. What I do not know is, where is that energy? But it is present. First of all, after such an event, it is present in your heart. And René Pierre will always be present in my heart, because he was someone to be cherished, and this is what we did last Monday, and this is my goodbye to him. And it is also a message of hope to everyone who is in a similar situation. And that topped the whole thing, because an acquaintance of mine who had visited our new home in winter wrote me that someone close to him also passed. He did it voluntarily, and that hurts. That hurts even more. But also his energy is not gone. We remain somehow, if not in the hearts of someone, as pure energy that is circulating somewhere around us. So with this rather sad vlog and difficult message to people, I'm still saying there is hope. There is hope, even if someone seems to be gone.